OrientationPodcast6 of 7. You're almost finished. In this podcast, I will discuss some of the important offices and facilities that will make your time here at Stony Brook more efficient. First, I will briefly introduce you to the Ombuds Office. Next, we'll explore the technology facilities. And finally, we'll talk about the university libraries and how to access library materials. The Ombuds Office is perhaps one of the lesser-known offices on any campus, Stony Brook included. Basically, the Ombuds Office serves as an informal resource for students, faculty, and staff at the university. The Ombuds Office functions outside of all other administrative and management functions on the university campus. They act as an alternative resource for anyone in the university community who wants to pursue concerns or conflicts they may be having at work or in their academic career. The office staff has an objective, useful, and productive perspective that will give you options on any issues you may be having to deal with or any difficult situation you may find yourself in on campus. Stony Brook is by no means a uniquely difficult or tricky place to come to school. The reality is, however, that Stony Brook, like any other large university, is a complex institution. Stony Brook is a major research university with 25,000 students from all over the world, pursuing hundreds of different disciplines and involved in hundreds of different programs. With this many people interacting, there will sometimes be conflicts of interest. The Ombuds Office can help by providing you with accurate and clear information that will guide you toward a solution. For instance, they can help you if you need advice on how to properly approach someone about an issue, say an advisor, faculty member, or other professional colleague. If for some reason you're having to pursue a more formal process at the university, like an academic judiciary hearing, and you don't understand what the process is, the Ombuds Office can help you understand. The Ombuds Office is a safe space. They provide an opportunity for members of the university to put their concerns out on the table openly and clearly with complete privacy. It's a confidential resource. This means that no one would know if you speak to the ombudsman, with only one exception, if they fear harm may come to either you or others. The Ombuds Office is independent, confidential, informal, and impartial. They will hear and respectfully consider your concerns and your feelings, but you can be assured that you will get an impartial opinion back to help you make good, grounded, balanced decisions for yourself in whatever it is you're trying to address productively. The Ombuds Office does not take the place of a formal judicial process on campus, however. You can't trade an academic judiciary hearing for an ombuds hearing. As said earlier, you can make use of the Ombuds Office as a guide while you participate in an academic judiciary process. This slide lists some of the many reasons you might want to contact the Ombuds Office. The Ombuds officers will meet with you personally or over the phone. No detailed communication is conducted over email because of the need for confidentiality. The Ombuds Office serves all members of the university, including administrators, faculty, staff, and both undergraduate and graduate students from all programs. If you need to utilize the Ombuds Office, it is located in Psychology Building B, room 119 in the center of campus. Its entrance is inconspicuous, allowing for more privacy. There's no wrong reason to contact the Ombuds Office if you have questions or concerns. In the end, the Ombuds Office is one of those resources that's good to remember in times of issue, misunderstanding, or ambiguity. There is also a helpful website through stonybrook.edu if you have further questions. The link can be seen here. Next, I want to introduce you to technology here at Stony Brook. Like most institutions, Stony Brook has institutional email, online course management, and computer labs available to students. We have email addresses through Google's Gmail on campus. The Gmail account you will receive upon enrollment also has 30 gigabytes of online storage across both Gmail and your corresponding Google Drive account. Online course management is provided through Blackboard. You need to set up your NetID and password in Solar in order to access Blackboard and any other password-protected electronic resource at the university. The NetID is crucial to accessing many of the technological resources on campus. Blackboard can be accessed at blackboard.stonybrook.edu. Every course that you take or TA for that uses Blackboard to distribute documents or other course materials will show up when you log on to Blackboard. If you log on and do not see a course that the instructor has told you about, check with the instructor to make sure they have made the course available. If you are a TA and do not see the Blackboard for a course you are TAing, the instructor or department will need to add you as a TA for this course. Teaching and Learning Technologies, a division of Information Technologies on campus, maintains all of the computer labs, also known as sync sites, an acronym for Students in Need of Computers. Sync sites are an excellent resource on campus for software, printing, and scanning services. At a sync site computer, you also have direct access to your campus-based cloud storage that is available through your NetID. Every student has 500 megabytes of cloud storage, known as MySB files, available to them that can be accessed from any computer with an internet connection. Again, you will need your NetID to log on to the sync site computers. On the Sync Sites page under TLT, you can find clickable links for the various sync site locations in the left side panel menu. Certain grad departments also provide computer labs for graduate students. Your NetID grants you access to the Stony Brook wireless network as well. Instructions for connecting wireless devices of all shapes and sizes can be found on the TLT website. Stony Brook has a Print from Anywhere feature. Once you have this set up, you can send a print job from anywhere to a sync site. Within 24 hours of sending the print job, you must go to any sync site printer, swipe your student ID card, and select the file you would like to have printed. So, if you're running late, you can print from home and pick up your document at the sync site as long as it's within 24 hours. Every student gets 40 pages of free printing per day, which accumulates over the week. So on Friday, if you have not printed anything, you have 200 free pages. This resets to 40 pages on Saturday and 40 pages on Sunday, and then the accumulation begins again on Monday. If you run out of pages, you can add money to your ID card and continue printing this way. Do not use your print quota for TAing responsibilities. Most courses on campus have access to a copier and have a copy code that you should be using for any course-related printing. Ask the instructor if printing comes up during your TA ship. Your NetID is also required to access library databases, more on this in a minute, and to access free software. All students get Semantic antivirus software and Microsoft Office for free from the university. There are several other free or reduced price software packages available to students, all of which are listed on the IT website, as shown here. There is also the virtual sync site, which allows you to access software you might need for a class like MATLAB remotely. Instructions for access are on the TLT website. TLT provides a Unix-based system for students that need to use it for programming projects or other academic reasons. With MySB files, you can have your own website, and TLT offers free workshops for students on website design and other web-based related projects. You can see the schedule of workshops on the TLT website. Your NetID is really important for accessing these resources. When you first log on to Solar to set up your NetID, make sure you choose a password and question that you will remember. This question is particularly important because if you forget your password, the only way to reset it is to answer the question. Make sure your question is something that you remember and something that will not change over time. Solar also provides some stock questions which you can use. If you have any problems getting on the network, you can call client support at 631-632-9800. Issues that you may face with your personal computing devices may require you to contact the Department of Information Technologies on campus. Please keep in mind that they deal with many different computing-related issues on many different systems that are used on campus. Your problem may require more specific help than a simple call-in. For help in a sync site, call 631-632-9602 or email them at helpme@stonybrook.edu. Finally, let's move on to the university's libraries. There are several different libraries and materials on campus. I will focus on the main library, also known as Melville Library, but you should be aware of the other libraries on campus as well. The Melville Library has materials from the humanities, arts, and social sciences in the Stack section of the building. The science and engineering and music libraries are located in the same building as well. The chemistry library is in the chemistry building. Math and physics is on the C level of the graduate physics building. MASIC, the Marine and Atmospheric Sciences Library, is in Challenger Hall, which is located on the South Campus. There is also a health sciences library located on the third level of the Health Sciences Tower on the East Campus. For all libraries, your student ID card acts as your library card, allowing you to check out materials. The URL for the library website is library.stonybrook.edu. If you need to get access to subscription resources from off-campus, like e-journals or databases, you will need to access them through the library website. By doing this, you are directed to the resource through the library proxy server. Once you've selected your resource, you authenticate that you belong to the university with your NetID and password. Also, on the library website, there is an instant messenger widget to ask library staff quick questions. The library's hours are posted on the website. Each subject of study at Stony Brook is assigned a librarian who is the subject's library materials expert. You can find a list of relevant librarians by clicking on Subject Specialists under the Subject Guides tab at library.stonybrook.edu. Stony Brook has access to over 300 databases and other research resources. You can look through multiple databases by clicking on the Databases A to Z tab under the Find Library Materials tab. If you are doing research from an off-campus location, you will need to enter your NetID and password to access any of the databases provided to you by Stony Brook University. The library has a number of research services, including Alert Services, Stony Brook Dissertations Database, a special collections department on the second floor of the Melville Library, and interlibrary loan. Stony Brook is also a member of the Research Libraries Group, which allows you to go into the city and use Columbia or NYU's library. You are not allowed to check out material, but you can work in the library and use their database and books. The librarians suggest you always call ahead, especially at NYU, because the building security is often not aware of this Research Libraries Group policy. You will need your Stony Brook ID card as well. Here is a summary of the circulation policies for graduate students. Renewals can be made online up to 3 times from the library website. Overdue materials fees greater than $5 will enact a registration block that prevents you from registering for the upcoming semester until the fee is paid. Graduate students typically get extended loan periods. The library offers many resources for teaching and personal training. You can invite a librarian to come to your class to help teach your students how to access resources they need for course assignments. There are workshops on library and research resources. For example, there is a workshop on how to use EndNote, a software tool for managing citations, bibliographies, and references. If you have any questions about the library, please use their informative website, library.stonybrook.edu. Finally, please remember your Stony Brook NetID and password is a very important tool for you to make use of many valuable academic resources on the campus and online. There is only one podcast left. I will see you in podcast 7, where I will discuss some important aspects of student life on campus.